If you see this question in the example, what will be your answer? So welcome to today's class on nonmetals. Let's go! The tincture of iodine means iodine dissolved in what? When we talk about a tincture of iodine, what does it mean? It simply means iodine that is dissolved in what? Water, ethanol, bromine chloride, chlorine water. A tincture of iodine is actually a solvent. It simply means an iodine that is dissolved in ethanol. So the correct answer is ethanol. Chlorine gas turns a damp starch iodide pepper dash. What is the color of chlorine gas on starch iodide pepper? Red, dark blue, colorless, pink. Now let me give you a little secret. Once you see starch iodide, most of the color change with starch iodide is simply what? Dark blue or blue black. Okay, the most reactive halogen is what? What is the most reactive halogen? Chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine. Halogens are the elements in group 7 and they are the most reactive nonmetals. Their reactivity decreases down the group. So the first is what? Fluorine, followed by chlorine, followed by bromine, followed by iodine. So since their reactivity decreases down the group, which one will be the most reactive? Of course, the most reactive will be fluorine, therefore making D to be the answer. Zinc oxide is a dash: basic oxide, acidic oxide, amphoteric oxide, neutral oxide. Now, what is a basic oxide? A basic oxide is oxide of a metal. That is, when a metal reacts with an oxygen, it gives you what? A basic oxide. For example, when you have something like sodium, when sodium reacts with oxygen, it will give you what? Sodium oxide. This is a basic oxide because it is oxygen plus what? Metal. Or you can say marriage between oxygen and a metal will give you a basic oxide. Then acidic oxide is marriage between oxygen and non-metal. Marriage between oxygen and non-metal. Example, sulfur plus oxygen, that will give you sulfur 4 oxide. This is an acidic oxide because sulfur is a non-metal. Then amphoteric oxide are oxides that exhibit both basic oxide and acidic oxide. So we call those ones amphoteric. So they are dual depending on the situation. They can be acidic and they can be basic. Then neutral oxide is simply what? Oxides that are neutral to litmus. They are neutral to litmus. Now one more thing. Basic oxide, because it is metal and oxygen, it will be what? It will be alkaline in litmus. It will turn red litmus paper blue. Then acidic oxide will be acidic. It will turn blue litmus paper red. Then amphoteric oxide will turn both blue litmus paper red and red litmus paper blue. Then neutral oxide will be neutral to litmus. Are we together? There are also other metals that form amphoteric oxide like aluminium. Aluminium forms amphoteric oxide even though it is a metal. So it is not all metals that form basic oxide. Some of them also form what? Amphoteric oxide. So zinc oxide is a what? Is an amphoteric oxide. An example of a neutral oxide is nitrogen 4 oxide, carbon 4 oxide, carbon 2 oxide, aluminium oxide. Now, aluminium oxide is amphoteric. Please take note. Carbon 4 oxide is what? Acidic because carbon is a non-metal. Nitrogen 4 oxide is what? Acidic because nitrogen is what? Non-metal. Now, carbon 2 oxide, even though carbon is a non-metal, carbon 2 oxide is a neutral oxide because when you put it in litmus paper, it is neutral. It has no effects, no color change on litmus. It is neutral. Are we together? So the answer to this question is what? Carbon 2 oxide. Compound of phosphorus used as a drying agent is what? What compound of phosphorus is used as a drying agent? You have this, you have this, you have this, you have that. So what compound of phosphorus is used as a drying agent? Have you heard of what we call phosphorus 5 oxide? That is this. It is used as a drying agent. Phosphorus 5 oxide is used as a drying agent, and it is deliquescent. Remember what deliquescents are? Substances which, when exposed to the atmosphere, will do what? Absorb water and dissolve in it. Okay, which of the following oxide is not amphoteric? Zinc oxide, aluminium oxide, magnesium oxide, copper 2 oxide. Which one is not amphoteric here? Now, remember what I told us, that most of the transition elements, in fact, if not all of the transition elements, when they undergo oxidation, they form amphoteric oxides. Please note, transition elements form amphoteric oxides when they undergo intermediate oxidation. So most of the transition elements, you should know the transition elements, those elements that are not you are not familiar with, like zinc, those elements that are not in the first 20 elements. Like zinc is not in the first 20 elements, copper is not in the first 20 elements. So these and these are amphoteric. Then there is one metal that is in the first 20 element that is amphoteric, and that is aluminium. Only aluminium is the only element, the only metal in the first 20 elements that is what? Amphoteric. So other transition elements like tin, and so on, they are what? Amphoteric. Remember, amphoteric means that exhibits both what? Acidic and basic properties. So this is amphoteric, this is amphoteric, this is amphoteric, while this is not amphoteric. Now, what is this? Bearing in mind that this is what? This is metal, right? So is it amphoteric, basic, or acid? It is definitely what? Basic oxide. Next, an element used in production of matches is sulfur, copper, nitrogen, aluminium. So what we use in production of matches is something that is going to be explosive in nature. It's something that is going to, ignite some fire, and that would be what? Sulfur. We also use nitrates. In production of matches as well. Please take note. Sulfur and nitrates are the two ingredients we use in production of what? Anything that is going to catch fire, like explosives. Okay. A gas that forms a black precipitate with lead-2 ethanoate is dash. Now, lead-2 ethanoate is going to form a black precipitate with a compound of sulfur. And which compound of sulfur is that? Hydrogen sulfide. Sulfur 4 oxide bleaches by what? Hydration, reduction, absorption, oxidation. Definitely, sulfur 4 oxide is a strong reducing agent. It's not an oxidizing agent. It's a strong reducing agent. It only acts as an oxidizing agent when it comes in contact with a stronger reducing agent like hydrogen sulfide. When sulfur 4 oxide and hydrogen sulfide are reacting, hydrogen sulfide is a stronger reducing agent than sulfur 4 oxide. So in that case, sulfur 4 oxide will not act as an oxidizing agent. So, but normally, sulfur 4 oxide is a reducing agent, and it bleaches by what? Reduction. Let's look at more questions. A dense white film is formed when ammonia reacts with what? So just from the equation I've written here, ammonia reacts with hydrogen chloride will give us what? Ammonium chloride. Now, this ammonium chloride, of course, is separated using what? Sublimation process. So the answer is what? Hydrogen chloride. The chemical formula for laughing gas is nitrogen 2 oxide, nitrogen 4 oxide, nitrogen 1, and nitrogen 5 oxide. So which one is laughing gas? So the laughing gas here is what? Nitrogen 1 oxide. Now, I also want us to know that this nitrogen 1 oxide also acts as what? Anesthetic. Anesthetic is a drug you give to people that want to undergo surgery in order to numb their pain or to make them not to feel the pain. We refer to it as anesthetic. So nitrogen 1 oxide, aka laughing gas, is an anesthetic. Which of the following is used as a rocket fuel? tetraoxosulfate 6, hydrogen chloride, and triazonitrate 5, ethanoic acid. Once you hear rocket fuel is what? Triazonitrate 5 acid. Water gas is a mixture of what? Now, water gas is produced from passing steam over coke. Coke being passed under hot steam, we produce what we call water gas. That is known as synthetic gas. We have two synthetic gases. They are water gas and producer gas. Please, once you hear all those synthetic gases or gasification of coke, they are carbon 2 oxide and not carbon 4. Now look at the options. Carbon 4 oxide and water, carbon 4 oxide and nitrogen, carbon 2 oxide and water, carbon 2 oxide and nitrogen. Please, once you hear all those synthetic gases, they are carbon 2 oxide, not carbon 4. They are carbon 2 oxide, not carbon 4. Please take note. Carbon 2 oxide, not carbon 4. And for water gas is a mixture of what? Carbon 2 oxide and water. And it supports combustion due to the presence of water. This one is what? Producer gas, carbon 2 oxide and nitrogen. It does not really support combustion like that much. It doesn't support combustion as water gas because of the presence of nitrogen. Please take note. Carbon 2 oxide, not carbon 4. The diamonds are formed in the shape of what? Linear, planar, angular, tetrahedral. Diamonds are formed in the shape of course, diamonds are carbon. So they are formed in the shape of what? Tetrahedral. The gas that gives brown coloration in brown ring test is what? Nitrogen 2 oxide, carbon 4 oxide, nitrogen 4 oxide, carbon 2 oxide. Of course, once you hear brown ring test, the answer is what? Nitrogen 2 oxide. Okay, so we've come to the end of today's class. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you found value in today's class. Please do well to like this video so that it can reach to everybody who may find this video valuable. Thank you and success in your exam. Bye.